The Joker and Harley Quinn vs. the Real World is a live-action, fan-made web series that can be found on the Just Giggle It YouTube channel. The show was created by the channel's director Joshua Thomas, and it stars the Joker and Harley Quinn as they vacate in Los Angeles and bunk rooms with their roommate Addison. Now, I really love fan-made projects, so this was a really interesting watch. And I highly recommend watching the show if you want a good time with the Joker and Harley Quinn. What I like about this show is that it's not trying to be the next big thing on YouTube. It's not SML, it's not Odd Ones Out, it's not Charlie the Unicorn, it's not the Jeff Keaton saga, it's not the Duck Song. It's literally just a fun, interesting show filled with great characters and honestly good comedy and drama. The show manages to balance comedy and drama really well, and I really quite enjoy the way it portrays the Joker and Harley Quinn without their characters being too far-fetched from how they are in the comics. What's interesting to note about the Joker and Harley Quinn in this series is that they're not too unlikable. Yeah, they're still the same old villains, but they're not so evil that you hate them. They're a kind of likable evil. Like, they still kill, they still cause chaos, but they don't overdo it to a point where you dislike them, and that's what's really interesting about this series. What I really like is the show's characters as well, like Howie, the former Mika maid who ends up being the servant of the Joker, and I also like the short-lived Mrs. Erickson, who is said to be a neighbour and friend to the Joker and Harley Quinn, which is really interesting to note because when the Joker and Harley Quinn realise that Mrs. Erickson goes down to the same place where they're about to blow up Howie, they're going to immediately laugh it off. They're actually concerned for Mrs. Erickson, and it's implied, at least in my opinion, that they go down there to either try and rescue her or to stop the machine from blowing up before it happens. And I really find that interesting about the dynamic of the Joker and Harley Quinn in this series. What's interesting to note too is that the Joker doesn't automatically abuse Harley Quinn. Like, he doesn't abuse her or hit her as much as he would in the comics. Like, yeah, sure, he may shout at her from time to time, and yes, he may be rude to him, but yeah, the Joker doesn't automatically abuse Harley in this series. It's kind of like Jared Leto and Margot Robbie's takes on the Joker and Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad film, the 2016 one, but done a lot better here. What's really interesting about the Joker in this series is that he's always helping people in a way, but not for the greater good. But in a way, he kind of is. The Joker in this series is almost like Jeff the Killer in Non-Bleeder Studios, where he seems to help people for his own gain, or if he has a soft spot for those people, like when Jeff in Into the Void has a soft spot for Jane, or when he tries to save Cook in The Void, in the Slender Into the Void film. It's kind of like the Joker in this series. He seems to help people that he grows soft for, or for a personal gain. Maybe the Joker has some hidden agenda, or maybe he just has a soft spot for some people in this series. But whatever the reason, it's really interesting to see. I think the 6th episode is my favourite so far in this series because you can really tell that it's starting to build up to a story. The previous episodes in this series seem to only be focused on the Joker and Harley Quinn shenanigans, and it seemed like it was going to be just a standalone series where the Joker and Harley Quinn just cause chaos in Los Angeles. But the show is starting to get really interesting, and the build-up in the 6th episode is really good, with the Joker rounding up his new gang, and also a surprise cameo at the very end of this episode, which I found really exciting, and it got me really excited for the next episode. I'm really excited for the future of this series, and I'm really looking forward to the next episode. Thank you, Joshua Thomas, and everyone else on this series that worked hard on it. And honestly, I'm just really curious as to how the series is gonna go about. Like, will there be a season 2? Or will this just be a mini-series because these episodes take so long to make? I'm genuinely curious about that, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more episodes in the future. Thank you all for watching. I'm Harry3TV. Remember, you don't have to.